Okay. You have seen enough of our faces, so it is time to jump on into some more high-level StarCraft 2.
Indeed it is. Going to be Armani versus Bunny. Game 1 is here on Ephemeron.
Alright, spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it is Armani.
And spawning in the bottom right, he is Blue and Terran. It is Bunny. I like Bunny.
I do. He's got just such a wholesome StarCraft 2 name as well.
True fact. I mean, it's not vampire, but it's pretty good.
It is not. You know what? You know who has a good name? Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is a great name.
But he was just about to change it.
To what?
I'm not sure. If you pull up his Wikipedia, it might say. But he literally posted on Team Liquid, he's like, "Hi fans, I'm going to change my name. I'm going to go participate in WCS NA." But then a bunch of fans were like, no, keep your name the same. It's awesome. And so he did.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Falcon, I'm going to put you on the spot, though. Predictions, let's see it. Let's hear it.
Sorry, I'm distracted by chat saying how much they'd like to see our faces. What's up, chicken? I'm flattered. I'm blushing. You can't see it, but I am. I'm going to say Bunny 3-2.
I think that's a very good prediction. I was going to go 3-2 myself.
Yes.
I just couldn't make up my mind whether it would be Armani or Bunny who's going to take it.
Well, now you have to do Armani. So...
Yeah, I do. For the story.
Yep.
Of the fact that two casters can't possibly agree on one thing. So here we are. Yeah,
Here we are. And I mean, in a situation where Zerg is considered the favorite race over Terran these days, just in general, it is kind of risky to pick the Terran in situations like this. But I just feel like Bunny's been around the block a while. He's not going to get overwhelmed by the same stuff we see Terran players struggle with.
Okay, here's the question, though. Is a Zerg that is not Serral favored versus Terran? Because, like... I posted like a rant about this on Twitter the other night, kind of. And it seems that there's still a lot of room for, like, someone who's not at the top of the top, like Bunny, versus someone who's also not at the top of the top, like Armani, to make a play to win a game. Oh, Bunny! Oh, Reaper dies for the creep tumor.
Losing the Reaper is real bad.
Yeah. But, like... I don't see Armani as one of those perfect defense Zergs, so I think that there's definitely room for Bunny to come in and take him down. However, the reason why I was like, okay, 3-2 probably, and why it is fair to say Armani could 3-2 Bunny here, is because Armani has been looking good lately.
That's true. I did see some people in chat talking about that.
Yeah, I actually cast him the other day. It was Armani versus Trap, and he 2-0'd Trap.
Oh, all right. All right.
It was with Stormhost Nidus, so make of that what you will.
I will make of it as Stormhost Nidus is really good.
But, I mean, he's definitely on the up and up. He's been having a lot better results in, like, some Alima Leagues and things lately and some other online cups. So I definitely think that he can do it. Whereas Bunny, he always seems to be hot or cold.
Fair. I can't argue with that. So, I don't know. And a lot of the ZVTs I've been casting recently, it's like Terran's doing pretty well. They're taking out a base or two of the Zerg. They've got an army. But then suddenly it's like, crap, Broodlords are out. And all I have are Marines and Marauders. That's not going to work. Or like, now suddenly Ultras are out. And all I have are Marines and tanks. And it's like,
Yeah, I think that definitely is the case, though. But is that so much just like the average Korean Zerg, though? Like, I don't see Armani completely rushing into some late game tech or whatever. There's a chance that he definitely could, but I think we could have a bit of like a scrappy later game, but we're not guaranteed to see like say quick Broodlords or quick Ultra Focus from Armani. If he does play the turtle style and he plays it well, though, I think he could like even 3-0 Bunny or something, as it is a very good style.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the Serral style, good things are going to happen. But I mean, that's the thing. You can play the Serral style and still get to Broodlords in like 9 minutes. So that's the scary part of Zerg these days, is they can really just push you back, and then suddenly tier 3. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, Armani's really droning up super well. Going for that centrifugal hooks, which you do need. Banelings against early Terran pushes are almost a necessity. You really can't skip the Baneling nest no matter what they're doing. Especially on this map, where you do have that fourth base that's a little bit exposed. Is he sending a drone over to... That would be early to take it, but I mean, Bunny's third is down, so...
Yeah, he's at 64 drones. So, as long as he's staying on top of his creep spread, that's a pretty good economy for Zerg to start either expanding, investing in attack, or just making a lot of units in order to really focus on shutting down the next attack. And the next attack will be or the first attack will be coming, I should say. There hasn't been a lot going on in this game beforehand. It's going to be one of these classic siege tank kind of Hellion Marine pokes that are aimed to try and put pressure on the Zerg before the Zerg is completely ready. Right now we see Armani, he's got himself a pretty good economy, but as a result, he doesn't have a ton of Banelings or anything. He's got 5 slow Banelings. His speed isn't done just yet, so this is going to give Bunny a bit of a window to start putting pressure onto the Zerg.
Yeah, it's so close to finishing here. 7 seconds away. If he can delay long enough, get a couple more Banelings out, he should be able to handle this. Great positioning on that tank. I do like that quite a bit. Oh. There we go. Baneling speed is done.
Close lift up there from Bunny, just able to get his Marines up. Look at this, though. Armani planning a bit of a surround while also planning a Ling drop into the main base of Bunny.
Ling drops? Haven't seen that in a while.
I like to see it, though.
Here. For sure. Is he just... Alright, so the Lings are coming into the backside as well as the front here. There's a bit of a surround. At the very least, the tank...
Oh, the Banelings are gone, though. And the tank stays alive.
Lings are not going to handle that. The Lings are inside Bunny's mineral line, though.
SCVs are no, SCVs versus Lings.
That's not a good fight for the SCVs, unless, you know, you severely outnumber them, which you can do. But 8 SCVs down.
Oh, wow, look at this. Yeah, Bunny is really starting to put the pressure on Armani as well. Widowmine gets baited out well by Armani. However, Bunny still got a very good presence out on the map. He is dangerously close towards the third of this Zerg right now. He's going to start picking off a drone or two, and he can always just lift up and escape as there is no Mutila Scout yet.
1-1 is finishing up here for the Zerglings and Banelings, which is going to help immensely in getting rid of this. But the longer it goes on, Armani doesn't have a 4th base. Bunny's on 3 bases. Equal bases are bad for Zerg versus Terran and Protoss. 8 mutas are coming out along with that +1 flyer. And a little bit of harassment there at the 3rd base too with a couple Zerglings, but not much to super worry about. Queen's not going to do really well against all these Marines who just now finished up their 1-1.
Yeah, and Bunny, equal upgrades. Armani decides to pounce on top. He actually picks off a full medivac, which is very good for him as the Zerg. Bunny losing a lot of his firepower.
That tank has 25 kills. Terrans, put your tanks there on this map. It's a really good spot.
This isn't even the first time I've seen a Terran use this spot, so it is well known.
Just hard to dislodge if you're Zerg.
And even if Armani cleans this up, right, Bunny's still in a pretty good spot. Assuming he doesn't just get like counterattacked and killed, he is on 3 bases as the Terran. He's got pretty good production going, and the Zerg is literally just getting up his 4th, but it's even going to be canceled.
Oh, Bunny's everywhere.
Oh.
Alright, here we go. Coming on in. Banelings are trying to hit on those Hellbats and the Marines, and they get them. The Medevac's trying to flee, but everything is going to die over here. The good news, again, is that Armani's 4th base is delayed. Bunny has another army ready to rock. He's getting drilling claws. He's working on 2-2. And yeah, there's just not much out here for Armani except for more Mutas, Lings, and Banelings.
Yeah, no, there is a chance that Bunny overcommits with a drop or a small attack like this. This isn't an overwhelming Terran army. And when there is Mutas out on the map, you got to be careful. So, if he does push out with this, I could be a little bit concerned for him. He does have drilling claws, which is very nice, but this is just a handful of Marines he's got here, and he's moving out onto the map. If Armani is ready to deal with this could potentially be an overextension from Bunny, I feel.
I don't know. We'll see how his control is. That bridge is a really nice place.
This is a lot of Zerg and not a lot of Terran.
It is. Widowmine's gonna fire on those Banelings.
Yeah, pretty good connection. Bunny is starting to hike home, though. He realizes he's pretty far out there, and with the Medivac boost already wearing off, he's trying to get his reinforcements here, and he does make it there in time. Suddenly, that is a much bigger Terran force.
I told you, he didn't overextend.
You are absolutely correct. It was a little dicey, though.
It was touch and go for a couple seconds. Thor production has begun to deal with the Mutalisks. We got missile turrets on the way here too, and up in some of the bases anyway. Third base, gonna lose a couple SCVs. Might actually cancel that fourth command center. Bunny gonna chase that away with a handful of Marines, which you would think that would be
close.
enough, but that's
Nice cancel.
definitely enough Marines to chase those Mutas away. Nice Widowmine shots on those Banelings, and this fourth base is in trouble. I've seen players as good as Special doing this stuff before, and just too many Lings and Banelings though. The good news for Bunny, this is happening, yes, but he's keeping Armani from getting to that tier 3 tech. The more Lings and Banelings Armani makes, the more Bunny can make even and good trades here with his bio.
Yeah, there is
And
not a lot of
Margaret
Zerg here right now. The Widowmines are getting cleaned up, though.
That was
Good
nice.
Muta control.
Yeah, that was really nice. It wasn't Cyril level so far, but it's been pretty good today.
Okay, how many Cyrils would you say he's at right now? Like 0.9 Cyrils or something?
I'll give it a 0.7, maybe a 7.5.
All right. We'll see if he can pump that number up a bit. Pretty decent Widowmine connections on the Terran. Wouldn't say either a bad or good trade. Really, the Mutas are still trying to take out those Widowmines as Bunny is trying to find an optimal engagement here. Force the Zerg into something bad.
Yeah, and again, I'm watching that production tab. No sign of a Hive, no sign of Ultras, no sign of a Greater Spire. This is good. Ling Bling Muta does not go well the longer the game goes on versus what Bunny is rolling with here.
Yeah,
He's
no, it definitely
playing
doesn't.
really well.
17 more Banelings out for Armani, though, could potentially be what he needs to clean this army out for good. He's actually moving across with his Mutas, trying to pick off the reinforcements of the Terran. I don't know if this trade is going to go well. He's losing a ton of Mutas versus these Marines while trying to defend on the front.
That is so many Banelings all of a sudden. Widowmine's getting some nice shots off here. Somehow Bunny still has units over on this side of the map. The Muta count is getting absolutely reduced right now, and 46 Lings are in production.
Yeah, there's not a ton left here for Armani. Supplies are pretty dead even though. So Bunny looking to push on in, just trying to use his advantage right now. He's got a mainly Marauder army, which really doesn't help out versus the Mutas, but once he gets a few more Marines in here, it's going to become much more tough for the Zerg, who is making 15 Banelings as we speak.
Man, this feels so hard of the swarm. Marine Marauder medevac.
It's beautiful to watch.
Versus Ling Bling Muta. It's like Scarlet versus Bjorn or something.
Banelings rolling forward. The high Marauder count doing work for the Terran, though, absorbing a lot of hits.
Widowmine's getting those shots off. Reinforcing Marines are here. It's suddenly
this is a lot of Marines.
Boom!
Oh, what a game between those two to start this off.
Yeah, feeling good about my prediction here. Bunny doing what he needs to do, delaying that fourth base of Armani, keeping the pressure up, never letting Armani feel like he was safe enough to get to tier 3, and then just making good trades. It was a fully Heart of the Swarm game there, which is kind of incredible for a Legacy of the Void match, but sometimes that's what you get.
It's 2019, but that is still the best StarCraft 2 match that you can have.
Yeah.
Lingbane Muta versus Bio Terran.
Yeah, for sure.
It's real good.
Zeus says he liked Heart of the Swarm better than Legacy of the Void games, and that's an example.
Yeah, that particular kind of game. That's for sure. Yeah. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. You look back and it's like Swarm Host,
Swarm Host mech stuff.
Protoss, Colossus, Templar, Tempest, which had no counter from the Terran perspective. It's like, it wasn't that good.
That was rough. There's always low spots.
Every game, pull the boys as a Terran, never forget.
Rest in peace, SCVs, 2012.
Terran checks his watch. He's like, what time is it? Oh, yeah, it's time to pull the boys.
So when you asked earlier how good was the Muta control for Armani on basis of one Cyril,
about that.
I only say that because Cyril had a game in the global finals against Time where he went Mutas. I don't think he lost a Muta in that game. It was the best Muta control I maybe have ever seen in my entire life.
It really is peak performance.
Like, there are turrets everywhere, and there's Widowmines and Thors and Marines, and Cyril's just like, I'm gonna kill 40 of your SCVs and not lose a Mutalisk somehow. I still don't know how he did it.
Okay, so better introduce these players, because Bunny realizes, he's like, wait, I'm in a TvZ. You know what that means? It's 2 Rex time.
Shenanigans is what it means. And in the bottom right, not scouting this at all, hoping his overlords get it, it's Armani. This is one of the things I wish Zerg was able to drone scout.
Yeah. It's so weird how it hasn't really been figured out. Like, it's literally just a coin flip build.
It is. It's like, do you see the barracks? Yes, no. Win, lose. Got it.
This is actually a 3 racks from Bunny, though.
Pretty good. I'm liking the aggression here.
Yeah, but this Overlord's on path to scout it. And all of a sudden...
I know, things change. He's gonna get it too.
Yeah,
unless he changes course now.
Armani says PP. Wait, he doesn't actually see it yet, though.
I'm about to scout something. Hold on, let me pause.
He says, I just scouted a... Or, say theoretically, he just says, I scouted a 3 racks. I'm gonna go throw up. It's the fantasy build. Yeah, I saw fantasy beat like 4 top Zergs in a row. And all the Zergs on Twitter were memeing. They're like, oh, see, Terrans just need to play well. They just need to figure it out. Zerg's not that strong, and he just 2 or 3 racks every single game.
Just play like fantasy. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted something out earlier tonight about that, actually.
Yeah, it was the Zergs. They were memeing on Twitter, and then I was like, oh, he actually just proxied every game. It's like, well, you can't argue against that, can you?
That's it. He beat Armani, Dark, Impact, and then Dark again.
Yeah, beating Dark 2-0 is pretty impressive.
It certainly is.
Now, I do want to say that there could still potentially be, like, jet lag on Dark.
Yeah. There's a lot of travel in the last week or so. Well, the last 2 weeks or so.
Look at all these drones.
That's a lot of drones all of a sudden. I don't know you need this many, Armani.
This is...
Guy?
He's got, like, 3 drones in his main. 4 drones in his main.
I mean, his pool is now done. He's got 8lings in production.
You just gotta hold this,
Gosh.
right? So losing a few drones is okay. Because it's a 3 rack, so it's a big commitment from Bunny. But, oh, this is a lot of dead drones.
He
oh, no.
Can't get the surround!
Oh, that is a lot of dead boys right there.
Oh, that bunker's going finish, boys.
Oh, no. Bunny, the dirty Terran. Even though his proxy was scouted, he's like, it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna win this anyway as he dumps his Marines into his bunker as the lings start to melt and all of Armani's drones are dead.
I think that's your GG right there.
Yeah, like Armani is toast.
Yeah.
Okay, GG.
I mean, that's the balance, right? It's like Zerg can't really afford to worker scout, so you can kill him with this stuff sometimes, but if, you know, it goes into a longer game, bad things happen.
That's the thing. It is like a coin flip, though. Like, Armani scouted it with his Overlord, and then he still loses.
Yeah, because it's really good.
But then there's... times in which, like, in which the Zerg won't scout it, and then they hold it anyway.
Right. And then it really comes down to how many of those Marines can you kill, right, with your drones. I don't think any Marines died with those drones. And you just can't do that. You need to pick off 1 or 2 at the least, and just couldn't make it happen.
I guess that was probably because it was a 3 racks. Did Armani actually see that it was 3 barracks or not?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I get the feeling if it's 3 barracks, you don't actually pull the drones or something. Because the Terran's not going to have as much money to build a bunker if he's just making a lot of Marines or multiple bunkers.
It's true.
So I feel like you might even just be fine going into 1 base or something. Like, just going into, like, a Nidus or whatever. Because the Terran commits a lot with the 3 racks.
Yeah. That's true. Get a couple of spines on the top of your ramp.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to pick pro player's brain.
It would be. So far, feeling pretty good about my prediction, personally.
Well, it's looking pretty good for you.
Not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be pretty good.
Okay, Armani is requesting a second wait, it would seem.
Okay.
Before we hop on into the next game.
Zeus says there was no reason to keep engaging after that first bunker got canceled. I can see that. I can see what you're saying. Get a spine up, go back to work, make your lings. Armani has some further concerns.
This is one of the times which I regret I don't read Korean. Make sure to let your friends know that the winner of this series is going to go play Sue after. See what's going on. Yeah, okay. Looks like everyone is ready.
All right, works for me.
Let me just make sure that we are indeed on the right server.
Good idea.
Alright, looks like everyone's ready. So we're going to load on into the next game.
Let's do this.
I wish I got to... As the OS saying, I wish I got to see the Super versus Sue games. The VODs are published pretty soon after on Afreeca usually.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to wait for the YouTube VODs. You can check out the whole thing.
Oh, that's true.
It is indeed true.
Out here on AfreecaTV.com.
It is. You just press my profile, it'll be there. Sometimes there's an issue lately with them not necessarily posting, so I actually have to manually go and upload the VOD. That's always a hit or miss, you never know. But anyway, you'll be able to watch it at some point, somewhere.
Guaranteed.
Yes, that is my 99.999% guarantee. There could be an apocalypse or something, so I'm not saying 100%. Up in the top left, it's Armani.
And in the bottom right, it's Bunny.
Bunny. His rack's where it belongs. It's Thunderbird, so we're probably going to see a macro game. Now,
Probably, but the number of like rushy style games I've seen on Thunderbird, because everybody assumes it's going to be a macro style game, is fairly high.
that's very true. Now, the thing is, think about it. I feel like Thunderbird is pretty darn good for, like, get the 3 bases, and then you're set, right?
Yeah.
However, for, like, a race for Zerg, is Thunderbird actually that good? Because your 4th base is usually somewhat exposed, and then there's a lot of cliffs and things to get towards it, so it definitely favors, like, 3 base play. But if you are a player, say a Zerg, who usually wants to go up to, like, 4 bases, is it even that good? Do Zergs really like this map that much?
I honestly don't think so. As a Zerg player, I really hate that Protoss and Terran can get 3 really safe bases here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of Zerg player who'd rather harass and try to cancel a 3rd and try to make the other player work for it. I'm not Cyril. I'm really bad at playing defensively for 20 minutes. I suck at it, basically. So I want to be aggressive, and it's hard to be aggressive when 3rd base is that easy to take.
Yeah, I think I really do agree with that, basically. Like, Zerg usually has a pretty easy time securing up their 3rd base in Legacy of the Void, so they really get no bonus from Thunderbird, unlike Terran and Protoss.
That's what I'm saying.
And you are absolutely right about that, I feel. So it's like, well, what does this map really do for me? Whereas Terrans, I think, are pretty happy on Thunderbird because a Terran's 3rd base does often get, like, Ling counterattacked or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, Protoss and Terran love it. I mean, one thing you can do on this map is at least you can mine through those minerals. 3rd base unannounced sometimes.
But we have yet to see like a pro rush outside like a 2 racks or something that they mine the minerals.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy doing that. It makes me feel pretty smart when I'm like sneakily plant my barracks behind the minerals and mine my way into the Zerg space.
Yeah. It's a way to get a rage quit, that's for sure.
It's like you don't know what's coming, son. Or do it to another Terran with Reapers.
Oh yeah. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Speaking of sneak, this drone is kind of...
Yeah, that's the other problem, is the 3rd base is pretty far away, which sucks for Zerg in these situations. You gotta get your queen all the way over there, get rid of the Reaper, and then you can take your 3rd at 3:15, which is so much later than you wanted to. 3:15!
That is gross for a Zerg.
Like 220, man.
Now Armani, he does have up that overlord speed once again, so he's going to see Bunny's going for a third base, but it's like, surprise, the Terran's building a third base on Thunderbird.
Surprise!
Bunny's like, huh, would you look at that? Or Armani's like, huh, would you look at that?
Third command center. Wow, wow, greedy. What a crazy play.
Really thinking outside the box there, Bunny.
Anyway, Armani's not doing anything crazy, starting his lair at about 4 minutes, droning up, spreading creep as best he can. He's doing all sorts of zergy things. Bunny is going for a fairly quick starport here. Why do I feel Liberator all of a sudden? We really haven't seen them today, have we? I'm gonna go with no. We have seen 0 Liberators. Yeah, I mean, that stims, so we're definitely going bio here behind all these Hellions. Hellions trying to find a way in, but that's the other thing, is Hellions have a hard time.
They do.
Don't see much on this map, so that's a good thing for Zerg.
We kind of do see, or yeah, Bunny has gone up to 6.
Yep.
So he did go for the usual amount of Hellions, but oh, look at this. When's the last time you saw a Hellion build off a single factory? This has got to be for some sort of wacky Hellbat Marine timing, right?
Oh, there's your armory.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
there
I've
we
been
go.
watching for an armory, and there it is. Yep, sure does. That's going to be a Marine-Hellbat push, which you really want Banelings for, or just a bunch of roaches?
Yeah,
Since
definitely.
is on the way, it's probably going to be Banes.
I really do enjoy this kind of build coming out of the Terran, because it's like you get the third base, but then you get the nice Hellbat timing attack with stim. It's very, very nice for the Terran, I feel. And right now, from Impact, or from Armani, pardon me, what we see is Baneling speed on the way, but no actual Banelings. He's going for 2 hatcheries right now, his 4th base, and a macro hatchery. He's got just a few queens. He's firing up some Banelings now, though. So he is getting ready for this.
They're going to have speed here in about 15 seconds, so I think it should be in time. It's going to be tight.
It is, that's for sure. This is a lot of Hellbats. Any amount of Hellbats is a lot of Hellbats.
Slow down the Terran, which is why it's important to have the creep, you guys.
Yeah, that creep getting picked off. Hellbat's already starting to absorb the Banelings, and the Medivac's healing them up. Bunny having a lot of time to free split his army right now. Can these slow Banelings make it happen?
Baneling speed is almost
Bunny gets the 4th.
Yeah, that's a big pickup there.
Oh, but wait. Oh, a Baneling drop. Into the main base, or into the natural of the Terran. There's actually nothing left in that, but the SCVs were running anyway.
Smart. I like that play very much. Armani trying to replant that base. Baneling speed is done, but they're off creep, which means they don't really want to engage here, it turns out. Creep's spreading as well as it can here, trying to keep that 4th alive. That 4th is the key to Armani not dying in the next 2 minutes. He needs to keep that hatchery alive. He already lost it once, which is bad. He needs to keep it alive and breathing, or whatever hatcheries do.
Yeah, we saw him die in that previous game. That really was because, or in game number 1, that really was because he had lost his 4th so much. He just couldn't produce as much as his Zerg likes. He never reached that overwhelming amount. Now, we take a look. Bunny happily on 3 bases. No surprise, it's Thunderbird. He's starting to build another wall here, which is very good to see. And then he's just backed off. He says, all right, I'm not going to overcommit or anything like that. I've already done a bit of damage, and I'm just going to continue playing it out from here.
Yeah, no reason to A-move on that 4th base if you don't feel like you can get it.
He does need to be careful here, though. There is a lot of Banes out now, and this is just a fraction of Bunny's army.
Alright, the wraparound, the Lings are trying to keep them from running.
Okay, more reinforcements are getting sort of airlifted on in to help out. That was still a bit dicey.
Losing the Hellbats is big. Marine tank, a little bit less worrisome in some situations. Spire about to complete here for Armani, and once again, just going for 1-1 Lings, Banelings, and Mutas, it looks like.
Yeah, looking at this, Bunny's actually just going to try and push on in towards the 4th once again with his siege tank. I think I'd really prefer the siege tank on the high ground here, though, to abuse the fact that these rocks haven't been destroyed.
Yeah, Armani's never getting through those rocks in time to do anything.
No, he does have a lot of Banelings, though. If he can pounce on top of this army, maybe he can shut it down.
Pretty good pre-split here from Bunny, loving that positioning. 30 more Lings are in production. That 1-1 is complete. 1-1 is complete for Bunny, too, so they're keeping a pace of their upgrades. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't... I'd really try to get that tank if I was Armani here, but that's why I'm not as good as Armani is. Yeah, it's just, that's one of the things. There we go. He's got enough Lings, he's got enough Banelings. At least the tank is dead, and he's going to force a pickup here. Yeah, that's for sure.
There's mutas, though.
Out, but the mutas are going after the medevac.
That is
great control. Is that a full medevac down? Oh,
that's
almost.
2 full medevacs down.
Oh, and another medevac out. That Drilling Claws finishes up. Small consolation for Bunny. That's a lot of dead Terran.
That is a lot of dead Terran indeed. Now, Drilling Claws did finish up, so Bunny is going to go into this Widowmine drop stage. While usually happens in the later stages versus Zerg, the mutas are also out on the hunt, so they could potentially catch this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mutas have a lot of potential to shut this kind of stuff down, but you have to see it is the thing. And
Armani did see this one. He knows.
Oh my
Bunny, you got a boost. The Widowmine's going to start burrowing. Can they get any connections? That's actually so many Lings. Okay.
Pretty good connections.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a consolation prize there for the Terran.
No Banelings, though. That was the goal, was to get Banelings.
Bunny, he's built up his supply once again. He's about even army supply with the Zerg. He's getting towards his 2-2 upgrades, and he is going to have 2-2 done before the Zerg. So there is a chance he could go for a bit of a timing attack. Meanwhile, another Widowmine drop on top of this base. Didn't get any real major kills. Only 1 drone has died this game.
That's pretty good for Armani.
Yeah, Armani has maxed out. Unlike the last game, which he was continuously pressured, this game he's had time to build up to a big force.
And now he's getting a hive.
Yeah.
That's big.
Oh, there we go. And at this point, the Zerg Baneling count starts to grow. Their bank starts to grow. They have a lot more leeway in the game to play around. That one Widowmine's going to get a connection off, but nothing major. There's more Widowmines getting shots off, but friendly fire mainly. Bunny is forced to retreat.
Dang, Armani going for it up the ramp.
Oh my gosh.
Around here. Is he just going to wipe out this
This is a bold attack from the Zerg. Is it going to work, though? Banelings in overwhelming numbers are crashing into the planetary. Bunny's going for a big drop on the counter-offensive. Is he going to get enough damage done? And can he hold off this attack, though?
21 drones killed. That's really big for Bunny. He managed to get that done. He's going to take down the 3rd hatchery, which is pretty nice, too. Broodling's actually killing some of those Marines, which is hilarious.
Yeah, these players going blow for blow.
Yeah, 1 base for 1 base there. If Bunny had just lost that 4th base without doing anything on the other end, he'd be in a horrible spot. But as it stands, he does manage to pick off the 3rd. He kills a ton of drones. And that does force Armani to replace his Spire and replace that hatchery and replace those drones. So that was a really big play from Bunny.
I think it is still pretty good for the Zerg, though, based on the fact that he's still got out a Mutalisk count, and he did have up a 5th base already that was already mining. So he's still got himself a 4-base economy, which is generally pretty good for a Zerg versus a 3-base Terran, which is the situation we're in right now.
Mutas are trying to get some stuff done, but again, turrets, Marines, Widowmines, Thors, all things you have to worry about if you're a Thor or if you're a Mutalisk pilot. Good pull.
Widowmine's getting shots off. That one mine. Oh, it gets a big connection there on the Lings, and another Widowmine's going to drop, and it gets a big connection on the drones.
That was a big one. That last one was big. The first 2, negligible as far as drone kills go. But Bunny really trying to keep that pressure up, working on 3-3 for his bio. Adrenal Gland starting up for Armani, and Bunny replacing his 4th base.
Yeah, 9 drones going down there. Armani having to replace drones, and Bunny has just actually taken the lead in supply here. I might have been wrong when I said I think this is a pretty decent spot for Armani. Bunny's army is looking pretty scary right now. He's got 3-3 on the way. Since the Zerg took damage, he hasn't really been able to tech into anything super late game. He's got up an Infestation Pit. He's getting up Adrenal Glands in his 3-3 upgrades. But besides that, it is still just going to be Lingbane Muta versus a big old Terran Bioforce.
Oh, but free medevacs are always good. Wow, that's 2 full medevacs that just got absolutely wiped out. I don't think any Mutalisks died either.
Yeah, the supply suddenly a lot more even than it was before. And this is a very nice pickoff for Armani. Bunny's got himself a big old army, though.
You're right. Armani does have that southern Zelnaga watchtower, so he's been having some good vision down there for a while. Good spot.
The Zerg player maybe looking to dive on top of this, at least clear out a few Widow Mines. More of them getting connections off, though. And the baits have been very good here from the... The baits have been very, very good from the Zerg player, while he's also counterattacking with his Mutas, just getting so many SCVs. Bunny is trying to micro this attack while taking damage back at home.
The Marines went to deal with the Mutas, but they went to the totally wrong place.
They're just killing by the 4th.
Wow, 13 SCVs down. Bunny has lost a ton of workers here.
Ooh, big Widow Mine connection, though.
Huge Widow Mine connections. The Mutas are kind of just in wait right now, though.
Yeah, Bunny's really just hoping to kill the Zerg right here in this now or never. He's got himself a good Widow Mine field and a very nice pre-split on his army. Impact's going to be, or Armani, pardon me, is going to be hard-pressed to make this attack happen.
Yeah, he's got 32 more Lings in production. That +3 melee attack is coming in. Adrenal Glands is done. Bunny, once again, just extremely patient. Please come to me. I've got Widow Mines waiting for you, he says. Muta's being careful not to overextend there. Couple Marauders go down. Couple Widow Mine hits here. Bunny's just making Marines. He's not bothering to replace his SCVs. He's probably just calling down mules like crazy back home.
Yeah, this is just a classic Heart of the Swarm game, it looks like, as the other one. I mean, the Terran's just trying to push across and kill the Zerg before it's a little bit too late. Armani, though, says he's got enough units. He's looking to push on into the Terran. Bunny's got himself a good pre-split, but there's so many Banelings here, and I think the Zerg may have been able to break the Terran and is staying alive in this series.
The upgrades. I think the upgrades made the difference there. He had that +3 attack. He had the Adrenal Glands. He had the +3 armor. He was able to absorb enough damage so enough Lings got in on top of that army. And just had the sheer numbers to make it happen, even with the Widow Mine hits that were getting off there. And the great split by Bunny as I'm watching that engagement again. Bunny did everything right there. It was just too much Zerg. Couldn't kill it fast enough.
Yeah, he just didn't have enough there. He really just had Marines at the end.
Yeah, Marines, Widow Mines, Thor wasn't really enough to handle. A couple Marauders in the mix too.
I think the counterattack is what really did it there for Armani.
Yeah.
He knocked Bunny's economy down a fair bit, and as a Terran, that's usually what kills them. When you're trying to go for a push versus the Zerg, you're trying to push, and then all of a sudden you got this counterattack that the Zerg has gone for, and you kind of just crumple a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He was down to 44 SCVs versus like 60 or 70 for the Zerg, and economically you weren't going to come back from that super easily. But once again, Armani actually able to win that without any Ultra, no Broodlords, no Infestors. He just really loves his Ling Bling Muta. Gets the upgrades and has pretty good control with it to get the win. Not bad. Not too shabby. But yeah, the key was Armani was able to get to the hive, get those upgrades that he needed to make the Lings good enough to get in situations to win those types of battles. And plus got the base count up that he needed as well.
Okay, here we are. Continuing on in this best of 5, we've got the Zerg player who managed to put a point on the board. It's Armani. Oh,
and
Bunny.
on the top left, he's Bunny. He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
I see SEOS in chat saying that the Zerg recede creep speed change they made was a nice change. I think it is. I think it doesn't affect like late game Zerg creep too much because Zerg usually just respreads tumors anyway. But just for the fact that when there's an Overlord at my 3rd, drop and creep, and it doesn't take like 2 years to clear anymore, it's real nice.
It is super nice.
Oh.
Man, these Overlords have been pretty good.
Oh. Armani with the 6th sense.
And this time he knows how many barracks he's dealing with.
He does. Now, oh, he's pulling the drones once again. But, like...
So early, though.
So early. This time he's pulled a few less. He's keeping 8 drones back at home. These guys are really just to try and get a head start on this rush. If he can kill one of the SCVs before it finishes its racks, that would be very nice. There goes down one SCV. Another, the Marine is getting chased by the drones. Look at this split from Armani. The third Rax has been delayed. Wow, this is really nice from the Zerg.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, this is incredible, I'd say. These drones may want to go home once there's 2 Marines out. But there's no bunker on the way. He is mining back at home. He's making lings back at home.
I love these drones.
Look at where this Marine's going. He's crossed the halfway mark.
Yeah, these drones are like, we're just gonna go. How about we just go kill your?
They
SCV?
should go start mining from Bunny's base now.
They should, just for the BM of it.
Bunny tries to build a bunker. He's like, well, that ain't getting up on the high ground, so I guess I'll build one on the low ground. But he's pretty toast.
Yeah, these Marines are super dead. These slowlings are like some of the worst units in the game, but in this situation,
that's why you got the drones to help out.
Exactly.
Although they're not doing the most helping there, as they kind of get bogged up a little bit. Still, though, Armani, he can just basically make lings for days. He's got a spine crawler.
Oh, yeah.
All the Marines in the world will not break a spine crawler versus Zerg due to their natural armor.
And Bunny knows it. It's time to go home. Now, the thing is, Bunny's not done here.
Isn't he?
No. I've seen too many Terrans fail in their proxies, just lift off the barracks, send them home, and call it good. And they win. Like, it's doable, is what I'm saying.
It definitely is, but this was a 3 Rax.
True.
Bunny is more behind, and there's even lings going across the map before the Marines of Bunny. That's pretty comical. This SCV is like, uh-oh. The Marines are supposed to be arriving, not the lings. Bunny does save that, though. Factory getting delayed a little bit is nice from Armani. Just getting every little thing that he can get.
Almost got that SCV. Couldn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Armani is in a pretty good spot right now. He's just got a license to drone, basically. He builds up. He builds a third.
It's true.
Like, he's got to have quite a... I mean, is he ahead?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. He's up a few workers. He's got a third base, but Bunny's natural is just about done.
Oh, look at this,
Bunny's
too,
making
Bunny.
a third command center, too.
He's sneaking across with his Marines. Is he going to be able to cancel the third, maybe?
I like this. I like it a
Oh,
lot
this is
from
such a
Bunny.
smart play from Bunny. There's actually, like, nothing to defend this from Armani. He's going to get an Overlord right now. That's actually going to supply block the Zerg player. This spine crawler is going to waddle on down, but there's no creep for it to get to the third. I think Bunny's going to get the third base of the Zerg.
I think so too. The
Oh my
Queen's gonna
gosh.
have to deal with it. The stutter step is real.
It's going to be close. The Lings are coming on in to try and help, but yeah,
No.
the Queens, they're too slow.
He got it.
Oh my
He got
gosh,
it.
he did it. The Mad
He
Lad.
did it.
Okay,
Ridiculous. There you go. That's Bunny, I'm telling you.
yeah. Wow. Very well done by Bunny.
Too good.
And all of a sudden, we got a situation which the third of the Terran, somehow after going for a proxy 3 Rax, is before the third of the Zerg. We don't know if Falcon's laughing or crying, guys.
I told you, Terran is not dead if their proxy fails. Like, to the point that I don't know why Terrans don't just proxy every game. Either you win with it or you have a decent chance of winning the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but like if Bunny hadn't killed the third there,
Yeah.
I think Armani would still have been in a pretty darn good spot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But then Bunny just kind of YOLOs across the map and gets it. This is oh my
it's
gosh.
a regular game at this point.
I don't know, is it though? I mean, it's a game which the Zerg's pretty darn far behind. The worker count is eerily close. This is a Terran who's got 3 CC mules. He's going to have stimmed Marines. And he gets that full wall up, so the counterattack potential is essentially none. Bunny wants to do something about those lings.
Just repair, you'll be fine.
Yep.
1 Marine and repair.
Izzy in chat says, LaughNgamez, how would you feel if an SCV got +3 armor while it's building something? I think that is a fantastic idea. And I think we should all tweet at StarCraft Blizzard about that. But for starters, we should tweet Blizzard to let them know that they actually own StarCraft.
That's a good point.
Then we'll tweet the balance suggestion at them.
That's the first hurdle we need to get. You are not wrong. Don't make me. Let's not be sad during this cast. Be happy.
I think my StarCraft 2 is just like so old at this point that one guy went to ask about like lore that had been deleted off the website when Blizzard revamped the site, and then he asked like the panel of the devs, and they didn't know who was in charge of it to try and get it fixed.
Yeah, that's great. That's really comforting in every
like that guy
way.
He was fired 4 months ago.
Replacement? What do you mean?
As horrible as it sounds, but Bunny's going for his tank thing again. Worked out pretty well in game number 1. Now here he is going to pressure the Zerg, and Armani is really going off creep this time. The Banelings do actually get pretty good connections, though. Wow, he cleaned that up.
Yeah, sure did.
I wasn't too sure if that was going to happen.
No.
Fourth base on the way for Bunny. He has yet to start his +2 armor, as I say that. Speak of the devil. And now the Terran's looking to pressure once again, but usually the second attack is much easier to hold if you hold the first one.
We have EHDRL243 joining chat, the classic EHDRL. Not enough vowels in that name.
Okay, so explain this one to me.
Go for it.
So we had Bunny, he went for the proxy, and then he failed.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he was a little bit behind at least.
But then I was saying he was fine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yes,
and then you were saying that he's fine, and then he kind of just yeets across the map with his Marines.
Yeah.
Just kills the Zerg's third. And then he's very far ahead, it would seem, right? Like, the Zerg's third's gone. And now we look at the supply, and Armani's ahead in the supply. And he's got himself a pretty decent army.
Predicting this accurately. You thought Bunny was way ahead, and I was like, I don't know, feels pretty even. And now here we are. Just saying, Bunny.
I don't know. I know nothing about TvZ apparently. I need to start doing something besides building battle cruisers.
That might help. Oh, battle cruisers are good. They're nerfing those though too.
I mean, I don't think it's that much of a nerf for them, honestly.
No. It's not killing them, but it's a nerf.
Yeah, as long I mean, the fact that infested Terrans are getting nerfed, it's like a pretty darn big buff in a sense to mass BC. Because as long as the Terran's like, oh, I need to teleport my battle cruisers out 1 second ahead of what I usually do.
Yeah.
Then they're fine. The other changes, I think they were backed away on like the cooldown change, so I'm not sure what else there was.
So it's the so the cooldown on the teleport, and then they have 1 second of vulnerability after you instigate the teleport.
Yeah. Did they?
So you can kill them for a second before they disappear on you.
Yeah, it's like recall. It functions the same way. They changed it.
Yeah.
Now, did they backpedal on the cooldown change?
No, as far as I know, that's still up on the patch notes page.
I thought they did back away on that. Maybe I'm mistaken though. And, you are correct.
Drop! Big scary drop.
Yeah.
Marines, Marauders, Widow Mines, Queen down. Drones full evacuation. Lings running into their devs. Widow Mines,
takes one for the team. But this
Mines.
bio was still doing pretty good. They got themselves an upgrade lead versus these Zerg
those
units.
Lings are dead.
Yeah, they just melted like hot butter.
What?
Baneling's getting pretty decent connections versus the Marines at Armani's third. However, now he's being dropped at his fourth. He's being dropped at his natural, and he's being pushed at his third. He holds the third push, it would seem. His natural drop is getting cleaned up for the most part. All in all, 13 drones go down.
So far, so good for money. I'm liking the damage that he's doing. Another Overlord down does not supply block Armani. He has too many Overlords. Really replacing his drones pretty effectively, though. He just made about 15. He's back up to 87. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, this is the thing which some players, I think, have a time... Or this is like a thing about StarCraft's theory, I guess, that, like, you can kill all the drones of a Zerg that you want, but as long as you don't kill, like, a massive amount at any time, the Zerg will just rebuild them.
Right.
And that's how players like Cyril are so good, because he's just a master of not losing a ton of drones at once and just making sure that he always rebuilds them. And then at that point, you're pretty much guaranteed to reach the late game as a Zerg, which are generally in a pretty good spot. The attempt at a Nidus, Armani is being persistent here. Another Overseer heading towards the natural base of the Terran.
Is that another Nidus? Sure is. See? 14-second cooldown, man.
You're correct.
Let's slow that down real good.
Bunny's looking to charge on in here. He's got Marines and Marauders. On creep, though, is always risky when there's Banelings involved. A ton of Widowmines are in the mix, but a surround is coming in from the Zerg, and Bunny's army just disappeared, it would seem. However, there's also a drop at the third, but that's getting cleaned on up. And we're seeing Bunny drop this Zerg all over, but it's the Zerg player who's going to be approaching like the scary late-game army, I'd say.
Also, Bunny's making 5 Liberators at a time.
That is also very good.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hydras do get out. Surprise!
Surprise, Hydras and Banelings!
You got all the Zerg in your main base now, Bunny. What you gonna do?
Engagement on the right side. Bunny trying to push on in that base. Not going well for him at all. Both medevacs aren't being controlled properly, but this hatch is gonna go down. That's a big play. What an insane game we're looking at right now. Tech structures are getting picked off. The Hydras escape back into the Nidus.
Yeah, Bunny did get that base, though, and Armani doesn't have a big bank or anything, so that does hurt him. He's only on 5 bases as the Zerg.
Look, Armani has lost about 6 Overlords, and he refuses to get supply blocked. He must have so many Overlords.
Okay, he's got 17 and 5 hatcheries. You do the math.
Yeah, that'll do. I just expect him to get like at least down to like 196 supply max, but no, every Overlord that dies, it's fine. He can handle it. He just absorbs it.
Yeah, he's doing good with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Liberators in the mix, they're good as long as the Hydras aren't directly engaging with them, which I kind of feel like the Hydra count might be high enough to pull that off. We'll see.
Yeah, it really all depends on whether the Liberators are sieged ahead of time or not.
It does, but even if they're sieged up, it can be pretty scary.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, if there's like Banelings that roll in under the bio, and then the Terran's like, oh god, I gotta siege my Liberators, I gotta pull my bio back. Usually the Zerg will just be able to roll over the Terran, and now we're seeing a situation with Bunny a little bit caught off guard. Liberator's not in the correct position, and he just got bopped a little bit there in that engagement. Also had a command center canceled.
Bop.
A very tiny bop.
That's the sound it made. Marauder count fairly high here from Bunny, trying to absorb those Baneling shots a little bit, but melee attack level 3 done. Adrenal glands coming in pretty quick. That's not a long upgrade. And the Ultralisk Cavern is coming down. I don't know if that's a great idea considering the Liberator count we're looking at. Nidus Worm, going erupt.
Oh, there's nothing in it though, so nothing to unload right away. Bunny looking to put the pressure onto his opponent. A lot of Liberators sieged on up. Abduct's going down to pull him forward though. Can the Zerg player crash forward? It's looking close. The bio is quite stimmed.
Those 2 Abducts plus the 2 Baneling hits were really enough to force Bunny back there. Armani wins that pretty handily.
Armani says, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Armani says, they're nerfing Nidus sometime soon. I gotta use these while I can.
I mean, he beat Trap the other day with it, so...
There you go.
He's getting all the usage that he can.
Aww. Seriously? Is there even anything in his Nidus network right now?
A ton of Liberators sieged up this time, but Abducts go down on pretty much all of them. The Marauders eating a lot of Banelings, and at this point the Zerg is just happy to repel the Terran once more, it would seem.
Yeah, those Liberators actually managed to escape. They got abducted and ran away before the Hydra sniped them down. It was pretty good. Now, engaging off creep here from Armani, I do not like what we're seeing, to be honest. Look at that Liberator position. Look at that Liberator position. That's really disgusting Liberator position.
That is actually fantastic.
And the Hydras get it? Really? Not even from there?
He needs another Viper. He does have 2 Vipers out on the map.
Or like a Spire. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we are seeing Armani. I was just going to comment the fact that his Hydras are not putting out a lot of damage versus +3 armor bio. Now he's just getting his +1 missile attack for them, so they'll start to get a little bit better. However, his army could be a little bit better. Still looking to push the Terran back, though.
I really don't like how much he's fighting off creep here. Like, he's doing okay.
Yeah, he is. This is just non-stop trading between these 2 players.
This makes me nervous, is all. Liberator really racking up the kills before the Hydras rip her out of the sky. And look, a Spire!
Hey!
He's like, fine, Falcon, I'll make a Spire. Jeez. Stop harping on me.
Armani having to replace that Hydralisk count as he lost a good number of them in that engagement, which generally isn't what you want as the Zerg. However, he's got 85 drones, so he can afford to keep trading out like this if he wants. It's, of course, not really ideal to be taking poor engagements. However, it's not going to kill him just yet or anytime soon. And we see another Nidus go up for the Zerg player.
Because why not?
Or not go up, as Bunny on point.
It almost erupted. But it almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Does it count in horseshoes?
My grandpa always says.
Huh.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I have played horseshoes before, and I thought you actually had to get it on the thing or you just lost. I don't know. Hand grenades, though, on the other hand.
Hand grenades make sense. Yeah, man, Bunny just trying to get in and finish off that hatch, but the army was there, so... But I really would love to see Armani do some creep spread up this way, but he's kind of refusing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the rest of the map covered, but not that one base, and now he's actually just had enough. He's going to push on into the Terran. He's like, surprise! I'm attacking.
Oh, that's so many dead banelings all of a sudden. And Armani has to retreat.
Armani backs off. The resources lost isn't too far apart, but we are seeing Bunny now get a nice drop-off on the Zerg player.
Man, it takes a while for that bio to die, but die they do. Taking 9 drones with them.
These Vipers going to have to do a lot of abducts, however, they've got a ton of energy, so they can. Those Liberators all getting pulled forward into the Hydras. There's a few left on the ground shooting. The Zerg with his Banes forcing the bio back. The Hydras step forward, pick off the Liberators. Once again, Armani routes Bunny in this 20-minute game of just back and forth. Attack, attack, attack. Bash your head against that wall, and so far, neither player has come out on top.
Yeah, this is a crazy ZVT. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh my gosh, Aki in chat is referencing the scores of the horseshoes.
Sniper Monkey too. Close as 1 point. There you go.
Huh. Alright. I mean, I knew that saying wouldn't exist without it, but I was like, I always thought the goal was to get it on there. But it does.
It is, but you get points for being close. There it is. Horseshoes and hand grenades. Yeah, Nidus Worm when it had 5 armor was so hard to kill. I really think it's in a good place right now.
You think it's in a good place right now?
The armor is.
Oh yeah, the armor definitely.
You can take it out. It used to be, if you saw it but didn't have a ton of DPS available, it wouldn't go down.
Remember when it was invincible though?
Oh, that was even worse. All right, hatch goes down. Bunny gets a major victory there. And he's going to get this one too. I don't think there's enough Zerg to stop it.
No, there isn't. Wow, that is a big chunk of Armani's economy gone. However, he did secure a base in the bottom left.
The 3-3 Marauders, man. You leave them alone for 10 seconds with your hatcheries, they die. That's why creep spread is so important. He needs to know when the Terran is coming to kill him before they show up at his hatch unannounced.
Corruptor's on the way here for Armani. He's going to be going up to 10, which is really going to help out with the Liberators. Now, will we see him ever go into like a Greater Spire, though, which will essentially force the Terran to make something other than just his current composition?
Ghost Academy get started for Bunny, are we going to start seeing the nuke strategy?
Maybe. I think it must be a response to the Corruptors. Liberators getting set on up. The Zerg coming forward, however. The Liberators were sieging up as the Hydras already stepped forward, so they're actually just all getting picked off right now. And this seems like a pretty good fight here for Armani going off creep this time. However, on the ground, there's actually not enough for the Zerg, I want to say. The Bio is going to win, but then all the Medivacs die. So once again, these players have a close trade.
Yeah, the Medivac's going down is a big deal for Bunny. How many does he have left?
Oh, not a lot. Literally
0.
none right now.
Oh, I think Armani might have done it. There are 10 Marines and 7 Marauders on the ground right now for Bunny. That is it.
Yeah, at the same
I mean,
time,
not
though,
that Armani's army is huge.
if neither player can get a kill, this game can still go on. Bunny just needs to be able to muster up enough of an army to force this Zerg back. And Armani actually turns away on his own accord.
Spread that creep. Spread that creep. Dude, that orbital is going to die.
Is it? Oh, one Marine thinks he's going to be able to shoot down all those Corruptors.
Did his best.
A hard nope.
That's what you know about Marines. They're always doing their best.
Yeah, they always try.
They always do maximum output of what they can do. The nice thing about StarCraft is you never have to worry about your units tricking on the job.
Like, how are my units feeling today? Are they really up to the task at hand?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've told you about my idea for a video game where
players
RTS,
control the individual units.
Yeah.
I
so,
think
like,
it would
be
be
hey, Marine,
really cool.
Go kill that thing, and the player could be like, eh.
Have you ever
I don't
played,
wanna be
I want to say Battlefield, it's one of the old Battlefields. I don't know if you ever played
I get
FPS.
all the Battlefields confused.
You'd bounce back, in the campaign, you'd bounce back and forth between, like, the guys you'd control. And it was a really cool concept.
Bottom left.
Oh, bottom left, thank you.
Uh-huh. I like it. Oh, that medevac's gonna die. Bunny, you can't afford to just drop these medevacs. You need those for things. Right side attack now.
Oh,
Bunny's
this is so much
man.
overstim on the bio. Get those boys out of there.
Don't lose any. I hate it when banelings explode on a surrounded Terran force that didn't need baneling hits.
Liberator's getting set on up. Armani actually going for this off creep. I don't know if he's going to get the most effective trade. The Planetary manages to get up, so cracking this will be a little bit tough here. Is there enough banelings and lings to kill these SCVs?
Oh, the Hydras.
Apparently so. Bunny being pushed back to another Planetary.
Or what really did it there. And this Planetary Fortress 2, same story.
Yeah, the bio's putting out a lot of damage, though.
Nah, Planetary down.
Yeah,
Liberator's trying to come in. I think Armani... That's 2 bases down really fast.
Yeah, Bunny's even pulling the boys into the fight. That is not a good sign for the Terran. And
where are their drones going down?
Yeah, just his Liberators and his Medivacs just don't stand a chance versus these Corruptors. And even the Caustic Spray on one of the last bases here for Bunny.
You can't out-repair that either. He's trying. Bunny's trying to repair
all the boys got to get involved. Get them all.
You can't.
It's going to be close. The Marines are trying, but...
Oh, the Widow Mines. No, you're right. Could have maybe saved it.
Yeah, if he did that
really
a little
close.
bit earlier. This is a bit tough here for Bunny. At the same time, though, Armani's own economy seems to have suffered a lot due to the non-stop harassment here from Bunny.
Yeah, both players are struggling mightily right now.
Look at it.
Yeah.
64 to 64.
We're 26 minutes in, and there's just nothing.
The overstim, though, for Bunny because of his Medivacs dying. Hopefully he gets these units healed up for his sake. If he doesn't want to have to play a game number 5. Oh, my friendly fire. Oh, the traitors. The darn traitors. And now we see Armani. He's looking to potentially take another fight. He's was thinking of going for it there. We see Bunny. He's secured
That's a huge
this
space
base
for Bunny right now. Yeah.
There we go. Time to float over yet another orbital command. Thank God for mules if you're Bunny right now.
Yeah. Every night before he goes to bed, he thinks about the mules. Every Terran player really should. Yeah, man. There's just 3/3 Marines, Marauders, Medivacs, +1 attack on that air. Really, really good utility here. He needs banelings for this. You're not engaging now by any stretch. couple changelings coming in to see what Armani's sending lings out to different places to see what's going on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
While expanding himself. I mean, we're just kind of resetting here, it looks like.
You said he needs banelings to engage this, but he does have that. He's got 28 of them. And Bunny's army has 44 Marines. Unless Bunny has unholy splits here, I think Armani is going to be able to take a pretty good engagement. Meanwhile, a Ling counterattack heading towards this base. Another base attempted to be secured, but Armani is already getting ahead on that. Going to be knocking down Bunny's SCV count. Sub 40 here. And oh, this is forcing Bunny's hand, and Armani is looking to get a good engagement, perhaps. Snap
Top
engagements
right
usually
belongs
favor
to
the Zerg
Armani.
player.
They do. 20 SCVs killed at the attack in the top right. That orbital command is in trouble.
Oh. Okay, Bunny's going to be trying to repel this. But with Armani rebuilding his economy, this is going to be tough. The Zerg player says, that's enough. I'm going to go for it. Bunny has himself a pretty good free spread, but there is, in fact, just too many Banelings.
My goodness. Both our predictions looking all right at this point.
Yeah. Huh.
That's it, man. That's 167 to 66 supply. This base goes down. That's your GG.
GG.
And Armani forces the game 5 in an insane 28-minute ZVT. Wow. I don't know what else to say. That was amazing. Incredible back and forth. Nobody really has an upper hand until the last minute there. Whew. End of the day, just too much Zerg. Just too many Lings, too many Banelings, too many Hydras. The Corruptors were a great idea. Really killed all... I mean, so many medevacs went down. So many Liberators died to those. Sniping down bases, caustic spray on planetary fortresses. The Corruptors were the MVPs of that match. But just the macro of Armani consistently reproducing after losing stuff time and time again. Bunny doing the same thing. But end of the day, just too much stuff. Too many bases down for Bunny, and he succumbs.
Yeah, it seems
Fantastic.
the Liberators just didn't get enough accomplished that game, really. Like, it was just kind of a money sink for Bunny.
That's a good point.
But then at the same time, if you're not building Liberators, what should you build? It's tough to say. We are making sure everyone is ready.
Yeah, Copenhagenos. I saw Fear Dragon's posts about his shock watch. He got it to work tonight, apparently.
That is hilarious, but couldn't he get
concerning?
banned for that or something? I think most streaming sites have a no self-harm policy.
Yeah, it just matters if it triggers the technical definition of self-harm. I don't know. I feel
like that's a
probably
slippery
does.
slope.
Yeah.
And that Twitch is probably going to shut that down.
I was really surprised he was tweeting about it beforehand. That's usually something you just kind of show up and do, but... All right, man. You do you, Fear Dragon.
Maybe he was like, is shocking myself a good idea? And the internet collectively was like, yes, do it.
Yes.
Of course.
He put up a poll. Oh, Fear Dragon. You're funny.
All right. Anyway, here we are. This man has managed to bring it to a game number 5, despite being down 0-2. Reverse sweeps are something that are not too common in this tournament.
No.
Red Zerg, Armani. Oh my gosh.
And in the bottom right, guess what he's doing? Real quick, it's Bunny. But look up at the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, last game started with a 3 racks, and we got ourselves a crazy long game.
Bunny's like, I don't know. We'll try it again.
I mean,
it's hard to remember that last game started with a proxy.
it is. I was like, did it really? Am I? I don't know. You just
I have vague memories of drones.
perhaps in
and
another
stuff.
life.
Yeah, I was reincarnated, and now I'm here.
This was actually, I think, a good call from Bunny. Like, its Disco Bloodbath in this proxy is so far away. The Zerg ain't seeing this coming.
No, absolutely not. That was well placed, and again, it's just a question of I don't know where you want to put it today.
Is this 4 for 5 for proxies?
It's at least 3. I think you might be right.
All right, there we go. Armani right now seeing a bunker, seeing Marines and SCVs roll up as like, are you kidding me, guy? Where's your humanity? As Bunny is beginning to proxy Armani once again. Even going for a bunker on the high ground, that seems kind of ambitious, dare I say. Because Lings are out, they're going to be potentially get that low ground SCV. It'll be tough to say. No, that bunker finishes. Can the Marines get on in? Lings trying to prevent them. However, those boys are certainly getting on in there. And now we've got Lings and drones tackling a bunker. However, the HP is starting to fall. Bunny, though, decides to kite back. And the bunker on the high ground actually finishes.
Oh my, there's a queen, which is nice. He's trying to body block the Marines so they can't get in that bunker.
The bunker is high ground vision and such a big target, though.
Ooh,
now seeing Armani try and wrap around.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a failed proxy from Bunny, but once again, you can just pick up and head home.
He just picked off 8 drones, though.
He
Zerg is down to 9 workers. There's still a bunker on the high ground.
But roaches are going to pop now.
Wow. When did a roach warren get up?
He started it about a minute ago.
Okay.
So yeah, roaches shut this down. And yeah, Bunny's going to pick up and get out of there.
But he is going to build a bunker on the high ground and then be fine from any counterattack.
Uh-huh. So I'm telling you, why not proxy every game? If it doesn't work, you just go home and it's fine.
Oh, this actually seems like it's true.
See? I'm not just a salty Zerg.
And I think you're right. And I think pro gamers have figured this out because this is 4 out of 5 for proxies for Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And last week, or last tournament, Kira proxied Solar like 4 games in a row.
He did.
The racks are turning around.
Wait, what? Bunny?
He's building a tech lab with one of them, but I feel he didn't mean to turn them all around, did he? No, he did. What?
What?
No. There's a counterattack, though.
There's...
Oh, gosh. This is risky.
Can this bunker hold against
I don't know.
this?
There's nothing to repair it. Okay, there is a secondary bunker on the high ground, though.
At the very least, you force an SCV off the line to repair, which sucks for
But
Bunny.
then there's this going on.
What are these shenanigans,
Is
Bunny?
it going to be like triple Marauder
proxy.
or something? It's three tech labs.
It's Marauders, because he saw the roaches and was like, you know what's good against roaches? Marauders. I'm telling you.
Okay, this is not your usual proxy follow-up.
No. And look, Armani's not even really scouting for those barracks. He's like, I just go home.
No, you expect them to go home.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times he goes home. Maybe 99 out of 100 times he goes home. He's got this held. Those Ravagers are not doing anything.
The Marines can force them away.
Do not lose the Ravagers. You need those for later.
And all of a sudden, we see Stim. I want to see concussive shells start to for
There
Bunny,
it is.
and there it is. Oh my gosh. Armani has no idea about this.
I think Bunny's got this thing. Holy crap.
This is like a billion IQ play.
I'm kind of in love with it right now. Go, Bunny!
So what, he's going to roll up with like 7, 8 Marauders or something?
Yeah,
or?
with concussive shell, and Armani will have like 2 queens back home. Oh wait, he's sending some stuff home.
Oh, yeah, he's sending all of it home. But then he's just
like
droning.
2 super injured Ravagers, 4 slowlings.
Okay.
Armor supplied 22 to 14. The roaches are going to die real fast. The Ravagers might be okay, except that they're already super injured.
This is so bizarre, but I love it.
I love it. It is seriously like big brain stuff right now.
Stim pack about 70 seconds or about 20 seconds away. 78 out of 100. A Marauder has been spotted out on the map with concussive shell right now, and Armani is like, what?
Wait,
what in tarnation?
14 lings in production.
Okay,
Speed's
that's
gonna
what
be a
you need
while
versus
yet.
Mass Marauder.
But
This is Mass Marauder.
this is a lot of Marauder. I've done this on ladder before. Story.
Huh.
It works really well for like reasons like this.
Bunny has Stim pack too. The question is, when does he decide to press that button? I think it's got to be now, and there it is. The Ling's starting to melt away like
once
butter.
the Lings
The
are dead,
Marauders
it's
going
Stim
in.
on hand.
Queens, Roaches, Ravagers getting sniped down.
Lings are absorbing a lot of damage. That's a lot of overkill for Bunny, but dude, if that natural hatch just dies,
This is actually so all in here, though, for Bunny. Because his racks are on the other side of the map.
they are.
And Lings are pretty good versus Marauders.
They are. 7 drones getting killed. Bunny does have a natural, and he's working on a
He's
factory
so
back home.
overstimmed, though.
He is, but he's got more Marauders joining the party. Might as well put those guys on the front. That's a lot of Lings, though, all of a sudden.
Yeah, look at this, though. The Lings are going to slaughter these Marauders.
Yeah, that's 3 Marauders down instantly, but there's still 6 left. But yeah, it's just Speedlings at this point.
Do you go home as Bunny now? Do you build another bunker at the front? Yes, you do.
This barracks are going home. For real this time.
What a timeline. These Marauders, they better start hightailing it. You boys, oh, they're gonna get caught potentially here. The Marauders have seen it. Bunny's got a stim now.
I don't know if it's enough Lings, though. It's a good number, but it's not a lot.
How many is the correct amount of Lings in this situation?
For 6 Marauders with stim.
Oh, wow. What? Wait.
Just kidding.
Okay, Armani's done it. Has he? There is nothing but 1 Marauder, and that's it. Oh my gosh.
He just
Oh boy.
sweeps. What? He was down to 0. Bunny was in control, and then all of a sudden, bad things happened.
Marauders are only good for tanking versus Zerg, or versus Mass Roach. That's it.
Yeah, good against buildings too.
And the stim was just too much. So.
Yeah.
Well done by Armani. Bunny went for broke there in that final attack, and well, he ended up broke.